Have you ever wondered how crucial operators are in Java? Let's dive into this riveting topic. Operators, although often overlooked, are the fundamental building blocks of any programming language. They're the gears and cogs that keep everything moving, and they're indispensable in Java. Imagine operators as the verbs of programming. Just as verbs bring sentences to life by describing actions, operators bring your code to life by performing computations and manipulations. From simple arithmetic operations to complex logical decisions, operators are involved at every step, making them the backbone of any Java program. In Java, operators are used to manipulate primitive data types. They're like the tools in a programmer's toolbox, each with a specific function and purpose. You've got arithmetic operators for mathematical operations, relational operators for comparing values, logical operators for making decisions, and many more. Each operator, no matter how simple, plays a vital role in shaping your code and driving its functionality. Not only are operators essential for performing operations on variables and values, but they also greatly enhance the readability of your code. A well-placed operator can make your code much easier to understand and debug, saving you and other developers a lot of time and headaches. Moreover, operators in Java follow a certain hierarchy known as operator precedence, which determines the order in which operations are carried out. Understanding this hierarchy can help you avoid common programming pitfalls and write more efficient, error-free code. So next time you're writing a Java program, take a moment to appreciate the humble operator. Without it, your code would be nothing more than a jumbled mess of variables and values. It's the operators that give structure to your code, that make your variables interact and your program come alive. So, operators are the unsung heroes of Java, the workhorses making things happen behind the scenes. And with that, we'll dive deeper into these fascinating components in the next scene, starting with arithmetic operators in Java. Stay tuned. Dive into the world of arithmetic operators, the math wizards of Java. Arithmetic operators are the heart of mathematical operations in Java. They're the tools that allow us to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and even find the remainder of numbers within our code. Let's start with the most basic operators, the addition and subtraction operators, represented by plus and minus symbols respectively. These work just like they do in regular math. For instance, if we have two variables a and b with values of 5 and 2, a plus b will give us 7 and a minus b will give us 3. Next, we have the multiplication operator denoted by an asterisk. Using our variables a and b, a times b would equal 10. Then comes the division operator, represented by a forward slash. This operator divides the value on its left by the value on its right, so a divided by b will give us 2.5. But what if we want to find the remainder of a division operation? That's where the modulus operator, denoted by a percentage sign, comes into play. A modulus b would give us 1 because when 5 is divided by 2, the remainder is 1. Lastly, we have the increment and decrement operators. These are unique as they increase or decrease the value of a variable by 1. The increment operator is denoted by 2 plus signs, and the decrement operator by 2 minus signs. If we have a variable c with a value of 3, c++ would make c equal 4, while c would make it equal 2. These operators are the cornerstone of mathematical calculations in Java. They help us manipulate and calculate data, making our code dynamic and interactive. Whether you're creating a simple calculator or a complex algorithm, these operators have got you covered. Remember, practice is key. The more you use these operators, the more comfortable you'll become with them. So, don't shy away from experimenting and trying new things with your code. Arithmetic operators, they're your go-to for any mathematical operations in Java. Ever needed to compare values in Java? Let's meet the relational operators. Relational operators are the backbone of decision-making in Java. They are used to compare two values and they return a Boolean result. That's right, it's either true or false, nothing in between. Let's dive right in. We have 6 relational operators in Java. These are equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Let's start with equal to, represented by 2 equal signs. If the values on either side are the same, it returns true. Otherwise, it's false. For example, if we compare 5 to 5, the result is true. Next up, not equal to, represented by an exclamation mark followed by an equal sign. It's the exact opposite of equal to. If the values are not the same, it returns true. So 5 is not equal to 4, and Java agrees with us. Then we have greater than and less than, represented by the symbols greater than and less than respectively. They compare the size of the values, so 10 is greater than 5 and 2 is less than 8. Lastly, we have greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. They are represented by their respective symbols followed by an equal sign. These operators are a combination of the equal to and greater than or less than operators. So 5 is greater than or equal to 5 and 3 is less than or equal to 3. Remember, these operators are all about comparisons. They're asking questions. Is this equal to that? Is this greater than that? And based on the answers to these questions, we can make decisions in our code. So when you're coding in Java and find yourself needing to compare values, remember these relational operators. They're your secret weapon for decision making. Relational operators, your key to comparing and contrasting in the Java world. Are ready to make logical decisions in Java? Time to introduce logical operators. Logical operators are the tools that allow our programs to make decisions based on multiple conditions. They return a Boolean result, true or false, after evaluating the conditions. There are 3 primary logical operators in Java: and, Oregon, and not, represented by the symbols an amp and respectively. Let's start with the AND operator, also known as a logical conjunction. This operator returns true only if both operands are true. Imagine you're programming a smart coffee machine that only works if it's both switched on and filled with water. Here, both conditions must be true for the machine to operate. In Java, this would be written as if machine on and amp water filled. Moving on to the OR operator, or logical disjunction. This returns true if at least one of the conditions is true. Picture a smart lamp that turns on if it's either evening or if you manually switch it on. In Java, this could be represented as if is evening switch on. Lastly, we have the NOT operator, also known as logical negation. This operator returns the opposite value of the condition it's applied to. If we have a Boolean variable is raining and we apply the NOT operator like this: if is raining, the condition will be true only if is raining is false. These logical operators can also be combined to create complex logical expressions. For instance, a smart thermostat might turn on the heating if it's winter and if the temperature is below a certain threshold, or if the user manually turns it on. In Java, this would look like if is winter and amp temperature and lulty threshold manual on. Logical operators might seem simple, but they're incredibly powerful, enabling us to create intricate decision-making processes in our programs. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't hesitate to experiment with these operators in your own code. Logical operators bringing logic and reason to your Java programs. Having unraveled the world of operators in Java, let's summarize the key points. We've journeyed through the fascinating landscape of Java operators, starting from the basics and diving into the more complex aspects. First, we explored the arithmetic operators. These are the workhorses of the Java programming language, performing tasks such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. They are the building blocks that help you manipulate numerical data in your programs. Then we moved on to relational operators. These operators are all about comparison. They help you compare one value to another, determining whether one is greater than, less than, equal to, or not equal to the other. Without these operators, your program wouldn't be able to make decisions or comparisons. Next, we delved into the realm of logical operators. These operators allow your program to make more complex decisions based on multiple conditions. They include AND, Oregon, and NOT operators, and they play a crucial role in conditional statements and loops, bringing versatility and dynamism to your Java programs. Throughout this journey, we've seen how these operators are not just symbols, but powerful tools that bring functionality and logic to your programs. They are the cogs and gears that keep your Java machine running smoothly. But remember, mastering these operators is just the beginning. The world of Java is vast and ever-evolving, with many more concepts to explore and master. As you continue your journey in Java, I encourage you to delve deeper, practice regularly, and never stop learning. There are countless resources available to help you along your journey. Online tutorials, coding challenges, forums, and communities of fellow programmers are all great places to continue your learning and hone your skills. So, operators in Java, they are the tools that keep your program running smoothly. Remember them, use them, and watch your Java programs come alive.